Hello again, YouTube community. This is my second installment of Is This Actually Healthy? And I am your host, Juliana. The goal of my show is to guide you, the audience, to make healthier decisions, but in a practical way. These short, punchy episodes are designed to get you to ask the most important questions and become aware of the wide range of nutritional options that you have, so that it's also clear to you where in your life you can make positive changes. With every baby step you take, you have the power to become your own self-encouraging nutritional consultant. The topic of today's episode is to address a simple question, which will affect all the goals that you set for yourself from here on out. How do I start changing my eating habits? If you can't come up with an answer to this question, then you can't really expect that you're going to do anything differently. Your shopping and dining out behaviors must reflect each new goal that you set. And if you go to the store, you can't come home with the same pile of groceries that you always do. My advice for you, and one that all fitness experts will agree with, is that you must break your larger goal into smaller, plausible steps, things that you can actually see yourself doing. This applies to any achievement you strive for in life, not just food. It's all about taking a goal and transmitting it into a doable action. Let's discuss an example to see how this works. Let's say that your goal is to add more whole grains to your diet. This will add more heart-healthy and gut-healthy fiber. Maybe you came up to this conclusion on your own, or you spoke to a nutritionist or a doctor about it. But either way, this is what you decided that you need to do. A fun fact is that 5% of Americans get enough of the recommended daily amount of fiber per day. That's 95% of Americans who fall short. So this is a goal that a lot of people out there could definitely work on. Now, for this resolution or any other, what we need is a starting point. First, take a moment to have a look at the foods you have lying around the house, and also the foods that you eat when you're out of the house. Especially pay attention to the foods that you eat regularly or you consume on a weekly basis. Because if you can make changes with these foods, then this will have the biggest impact on your eating habits in the long run. How about that loaf of bread do you have? Is it a loaf of white bread or wheat? What about the pasta? Is it made out of bleached white flour or a whole grain? Is there whole wheat listed as one of the first ingredients on the nutrition label? Then you can start looking around at some of the other staples in your cabinets. Perhaps your rice, snacks, or crackers. Are these made with refined processed grains, or do they contain some amount of whole grain material? Now that you know what foods you have at your disposal that you consume regularly, you know what you have to consider your options. Your resolution to add more fiber-rich whole grains to your diet, which seemed so abstract before, is suddenly more tangible, because these are foods that you can easily adjust. One way that I could think of to add more fiber is to swap out white for brown. Now, through the processing of wheat, the grains are stripped off and they lose a lot of their nutritional value in the process. This is why the less refining, the less processing the wheat goes through, then the more of that fiber and other nutrients it retains. As a general rule I go by, the less the product looks like the whole grain that it's derived from, then the less nutritional value it has from that original source. Now you're at the point where you can confidently change what you habitually buy. The next time you go to the store, replace that white loaf with a loaf of wheat. Now, make sure that when you're substituting, that you buy a brand that you like. Because if you're not enjoying it, if it becomes a chore, then it's not going to be something that you'll want to stick to. Also, next time you go to the sandwich deli or a restaurant, try the wheat bread. It's probably right there as an option along with the white. Your transformation to better eating should be enjoyable. It should be a pleasurable journey and not a chore. And the great thing about it is that the more you do it, the more you build habits so that you no longer have to think so hard about every choice that you make. As you start building habits, you always have to revisit the question, what can I keep doing to make improvements? What can I do to make more progress? Let's say this month you switched your bread out and now you started buying a healthier bread. Maybe the next time you go to the store, think of something else that you can substitute that would be a simple change for you. Switch out that white rice for the brown, like I said, or buy a different type of snack cracker that you keep around for the afternoons. All of this stuff can make a difference to that one goal that you set for yourself. With just a few small changes, you're already on your way to making your goal a reality. And you're going to be way farther along than people who are trying to change their eating habits but don't have any practical strategy. For me and you guys out there who already know a lot about what they eat and what changes that they've made, one thing that I have to say is that you should never stop experimenting with your diet. The world of food and nutrition evolves every day, and there's always new products coming out that are complete game changers that you want to incorporate into your diet. I am always amazed when I go to the store and find something completely new and I just have to try it. When I go to the store, I never leave with the exact same pile of groceries that I left with last time, and I am always willing to try new things when I go to a restaurant. One thing that is key to evolving in your healthy lifestyle is to always be experimental and always revisit that question. What can I keep doing to improve my health journey? Alright, with that, I am going to wrap it up today, folks. If you found the material of today's episode interesting, then don't forget to tune into future episodes of Is This Actually Healthy?, where I will be guiding you to make doable, practical decisions to changing your eating habits and getting you to ask the right questions. Don't forget to hit the like button or also subscribe to my channel. And if you know of anybody who could benefit from this information, send them my way so that they can watch too. I hope I've introduced you to some new and interesting concepts that you can take with you on a daily basis. I want you to have all the tools that you need to meet your goals. Until next time.